Alright, so this video is going to be how to get glass skin for black men. So, let's just be real. Most of the advice that's out there for skincare, one is for women because a lot of guys think it's gay or whatever, but also it's not tailored specifically towards black men. A lot of the advice there doesn't take into consideration, the fact that we get hyperpigmentation spots, which is a fucking huge thing. I'm going to talk about how to basically get rid of that, but just generally, it's not tailored towards our skin. Our skin can get more ashy, more dry, or it can at least look more ashy. I'm going to tell you guys everything I have done to basically achieve glass skin. You guys can just see on camera how my skin, how it glows. It didn't used to look like this, okay? I'm going to put some pictures up on camera here, and you guys can see how I used to look 5 years ago. All right, number one is going to be the basics. So the basics of getting glass skin for black men. So I know that so many guys are just like, oh shit, bro, just give me the one soap I need to use and I can get glass skin in 24 hours. Bro, I'm going to give you all the source, all the products I use in 5 minutes. Just stick with this because this is the most important part. The basics of getting glass skin. I'm going to talk about the number one most important thing. It's so boring. I know you've probably heard this before, or maybe you haven't, but it's going to be diet, okay? Stick with me for a second because the cool shit's coming, the cool shit no one speaks about is coming soon. But diet, okay? Diet is the most important thing when it comes to achieving glass skin. Basically, when your skin glows, but it almost looks like it glows from the inside. It looks like glass, it just looks really, really shiny. It looks good. It looks healthy and has this yellow or almost reddish orange tint to it. It just looks very healthy. It's specifically for black men. I do not know any other race that has skin that looks as healthy and as glowing and vibrant as black skin. I'm gonna just say it, right? It just looks amazing when you get the sun. It just glows from the inside, no matter your shade. If you're more light skinned, if you're more dark skinned, black skin is hands down one of the most beautiful things when it gets really, really healthy. But if it's not healthy, I'm just be I'm gonna keep it 100. It can look pretty ashy. Even for me, it can just look pretty ashy and dry. And I'm gonna basically teach you guys how to completely change that and get way, way nicer skin. So when it comes to diet, the reason why you're gonna want to have a clean diet, or at least stay away from all the bullshit, stay away from processed foods. Bro, I love KFC. I love everything that is processed, bro. I'm a human too, bro. Okay, I know my physique looks pretty alright, and I'm pretty shredded, but bro, I'm a human too. I get cravings, but I gotta stay away from that because what it basically does is processed food. What it actually does, it will. This is the science. It's super simple. It will spike something called insulin in your body, and what insulin does is it basically creates something called sebum, and sebum is a type of oil. So if you guys have ever noticed, you've eat a fuck ton of fried food or chips or something, right? And you'll just notice your skin looks oily and greasy and it looks puffed up. That is mainly because you have a lot of sebum, and that sebum, that oil, is clogging your pores. And it will basically create outbreaks. It makes your skin look it just makes your skin look worse, okay? So that's basically what I'm trying to say. So stay away from processed foods, eat clean, eat healthy. Another thing is going to be you're going to want to drink water. Drink way more water than you even think you can. Bro, I think 90% of humans on this planet don't even drink enough water. Bro, I'd say 95% of people don't even drink enough water. I am conscious to the amount of water I drink. I don't even think I drink enough water. So if you're unconscious and you've never paid attention to it, drink water. And another thing is going to be sweating. Sweating is very, very important for you guys. Sweating will basically clean out the dirt naturally from the inside. So for myself, I actually go running 10, 20 minutes every single morning. I'll go running and literally I'm sweating, full on sweat dripping down my eyes. And that is one of the things that has helped me as well, because that cleans out the pores of your body naturally. And a lot of the dirt, the grime, all the shit that's in your skin, it comes out, right? So that's just the basics. But I'm gonna get into the actual meat and potatoes of the video and how I got glass skin and how you can get glass skin if you are a black man. All right. So first things first, you're gonna want to have a routine. There's two different routines you're gonna want to have: a morning routine and a night routine. Right. So right before you wake up, and then right before you go to bed. All right. So here's what I do first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning, as I get out of my bed, and I just drink water. I just drink 1 to 2 glasses of water. I feel refreshed. I'm good to go. But I go to the bathroom and I use this thing right here. So this is the CeraVe cleanser, right? And what this CeraVe cleanser basically does is it cleans out all the dirt, all the grime that you had from last night. But generally, that you shouldn't have a lot of shit just like on your face for like your skin shouldn't be necessarily super dirty from last night, because there's a lot of things we're going to be talking about on how to basically keep your skin clean almost 24/7. But what it's going to do is it's basically going to act like a base anyway to clean out anything that might have gotten in your skin from overnight from just sleeping on your pillow. So the first thing I use is, like I said, I use this CeraVe cleanser with cold water. The reason why I stress cold water is because it's so important that you guys use cold water on your face, because so many guys, what they'll do is, I've seen this all the time, is they use warm water. I used to use warm water because what you think and what you hear all the time is like, oh bro, wash your hands with warm water, clean this with warm water. You always think like warm water is the best, and it is for most cases, right? For cleaning and shit, it's the best, because warm water basically will kill bacteria. It helps loosen more dirt. It helps, basically strip oils quicker. But that's the problem. The problem is that warm water is too overpowered for your skin barrier. It will basically strip a lot of the natural oils off your face, and it doesn't even need to be that warm. Like, I'm not talking boiling. It's like 38 degrees, and if like you guys want to know what 38 degrees is, it's like if you wash your hands and you're like, oh, this is like a pretty like decent, nice warm that's all it takes to basically like strip completely the oils off of your face. And that's like the number one no when it comes to getting glass skin, is stripping the oils off of your skin. So cold water, like freezing cold. You're going to want to go with very, very cold water. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to wash this off after you've done it. And then when you scrub, don't like scrub till your face is red, just a nice gentle scrub, right? Then after you've basically done that, what I do is I basically take a scrub, like an exfoliating scrub. It's like in my bathroom right now, but it's like, I can put a picture on the screen. It's basically like a quick, like a rubber exfoliating scrub. That basically like exfoliates all of the dead skin and the oil, but we're not stripping the oil. We're just getting rid of the dead skin and the dirty oil, right? We want to have oil in our skin. Oil is very, very good to have in. All right. Then the next thing I'll basically do is I'll take this. I use this right here. These are just some vitamin C wipes. The fact that it's vitamin C doesn't matter. I just got them, but you just need to use some sort of cleaning wipe. You'll just put that on your face and you'll just look at it, and it's like black, like it's dirty. You'll just notice how much shit you have on your face, especially in the evening. Like the evening one is the craziest, but in the morning you're just gonna wanna scrub that on your face. That gets rid of all the excess, like any excess dirt that's just floating around that the water, like the cold water, didn't get off. Lightly again, we're not stripping off the oils off of our face. And then what I basically use is I use this. This right here is a moisturizer, and this is like a special brand. I can put the brand here because a lot of these moisturizers, and this is the key, right? A lot of moisturizers will fuck you up. Moisturizer is one of the most important things when it comes to having healthy skin. It's kind of what gives you that glow from the inside if you're consistently putting moisturizer on. But a lot of moisturizers that people use, and I used to use in the past, I've used like 4 or 5 different moisturizers, they'll basically fuck you up because they clog your pores. Like they clog your pores really bad. They're cheap. So don't just be using Vaseline, like some random moisturizer that you guys, like that your mom has in your house. Bro, use a good moisturizer. This one here, it's pretty expensive, and it's like, bro, look how small it is. It's tiny, and it cost me like, I don't even know, like 20 euros, like $20 or something for this tiny bit. But this is like the biggest savior in the world because this has never once clogged my pores. So what you guys can do is you guys can buy a good moisturizer like this. This is specifically for sensitive skin. Moisturize is going to be super important for you. And then after I've moisturized, I put on the very last thing for my skincare routine, but it is going to be sunscreen. And then this is the same brand as well. And I'm not sponsored, by the way, but I just like this brand because it's specifically for sensitive skin to like prevent breakouts. But sunscreen is so fucking important if you have black skin. When I was younger, I don't know, you guys might relate to this as well, but when I was younger, I used to live in the UK. And most of my friends were white, and I'd basically go to the beach, and then, someone told me, like, oh, like, so someone told me, like, oh, because you're black, you don't need to wear sunscreen. And I remember, like, all my friends were getting sunscreen, like, their mums were, like, putting it on them and stuff, and I was like, we did, like, a beach day, and then the mums were like, Leon, like, don't you need to wear, like, sunscreen? I was, like, said so proudly, I was like, yeah, but I have, like, special black skin, so I don't need to wear sunscreen, and I was like, I'm just built different. So I used to think that, and I know so many guys watching this video might relate to that, thinking, like, oh, because we're black, we have, built-in SPF, we generally have like built-in sunscreen essentially, which is semi-true, But one of the biggest reasons why you're going to want to wear sunscreen is not necessarily for like, avoiding like, to get sunburn and, avoiding like skin cancer. It is basically going to be for hyperpigmentation. Hyperpigmentation for black men's skin, or black skin in general, is the biggest, like, how do you even put it? It's like the biggest enemy. It's like the biggest nerf we have when it comes to our skin is going to be hyperpigmentation. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically, there's a 90% chance you've had it at least once in your life, is when you've had some sort of acne, like you've had acne or pimples, and then after it just leaves a black scar, right? We have, I think, of any race, like the worst nerf when it comes to our skin, because that shit stays forever and it's so obvious. It's so hard to get rid of black spots. I have them as well, and the darker your skin is, usually the even more it's even more visible and even more obvious. So how do you get rid of that? And it's going to be sunscreen, because when you basically, like, I'm not going to get into the science, but when you basically put sunscreen on and you have hyperpigmentation, you go out into the sun, it's not gonna make it darker, and it's actually gonna heal it, right? When you go out into the sun and you have hyperpigmentation spots, the same way your face, way your face gets tanned, and the same way that your face gets darker when you go out into the sun, the same thing happens to those dark spots, those hyperpigmentation spots. So it's actually gonna get even darker and even worse if you're out in the sun and you don't use sunscreen. So you're gonna want to be using sunscreen every single day when you step out. And don't think for a second like, oh, bro, you look outside and the weather's like, it's not sunny, it's overcast, it's cloudy. And don't think for a second like, oh, bro, like I can just go out today, like I don't need to wear sunscreen because I only need to wear it on sunny days. I used to think that, by the way. But don't do that, because it doesn't matter. The UV rays, basically like the thing that causes the hyperpigmentation in the first place, to worsen, the UV rays, they still penetrate through clouds. They still penetrate. They're still there. It doesn't matter if you're even in the fucking shade. Like there's a little bit of UV radiation, of UV rays, and it will basically still be able to penetrate the skin, and it will actually worsen your hyperpigmentation. So sunscreen is a must if you are black and you have black skin. Like I said, you guys can use a sunscreen like this. That's for sensitive skin, but that is the morning routine. That's what I do for the morning. All right, let's get on into the evening. So what I do right before I go to bed, it's basically the exact same thing, but there's a few extra things, right? So I've come home, I'm gonna go to bed. What do? So I literally cold water on my face, wash all the dirt off. Like I said, cold water. What I'll basically do, CeraVe again, boom, clean out all the dirt. Then after that, what I'll basically do is I'll take the wipes, like I showed you, like the wet wipes, boom, clean my face. I'll look, and it's always fucking dirty. Like you don't realize how dirty your skin is until you you get into skincare and like you have a proper full routine. You don't realize how dirty your skin is. Then what I'll basically do is something quite different. I'll actually use this. This right here is niacinamide from The Ordinary. It's a pretty popular brand, but niacinamide will basically help create like this glow, and it will also help almost like even out the skin tone. It will also help rejuvenate your skin, and then those black spots, those hyperpigmentation spots that you have, will also kind of fade over time. It really helps with that. I've been using this for almost a year. I had really bad acne, really bad hyperpigmentation spots when I was younger, and they just stayed like forever. I basically used that. In 6 months to a year, they were basically gone. It like speeds up the process like times 10 when it comes to like rejuvenating your skin. So I'll use niacinamide. Then after that, I'll put on the moisturizer again. And then when it comes to emergencies, like I'm talking like when it comes to you having acne, like you having black spots, you guys can just do two things. Like what I recommend is if you ever get a pimple, you ever feel you see like something red, or you feel it under your skin. You can just like feel like a red, like fucking ball of doom, like under your skin. You're like, fuck, tomorrow I'm gonna feel it, and it's gonna come out. It's gonna be massive, and it's gonna be pus. What you're gonna want to do for emergencies is this. All right, so this is gonna be your best friend when it comes to getting pimples. What this is benzoyl peroxide, and benzoyl peroxide is just use a tiny amount. You're literally gonna want to use like a drop, and what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to put it on the specific spot, and what it basically does is benzoyl peroxide actually like goes inside of the pores, and it dries it out. It dries out like all of the or like the pimple, the shit that's in there, like that's live. It will just dry it out, and what it basically does is it like almost stops it from getting like even more inflamed. Benzoyl peroxide like works magic for me. a tiny dab of that on. I'm not like, you don't need to lather this on your face, just a tiny amount of benzoyl peroxide. It dries it up, it shrinks it, it's super, super good. And then once I've basically done that, I put a tiny bit of moisturizer on my face and I'm good to go to bed. But there's a few more things. And here's where a lot of people make mistakes, right? And also, don't use towels on your face. I think that's pretty obvious, but this still needs to be said because some people are like, their face is wet and they like dab it with a towel. You just undid everything, like that fucking, with the cleanser. You just screwed it up. Don't ever put a towel on your face, okay? It's got so much germs, shit, dirt. You're just literally undoing everything you've done. But when you go to bed, a lot of guys, they just sleep on their pillow and their pillow's like yellow, bro. Like their pillow, it just looks yellow and nasty. Like it's cold. Like, bro, I've been to some people's houses. I've literally been to people's houses and their pillow is cold. Like cold because there's literal oil and grease that is like making it cold. Like it's so nasty, bro. And you haven't ever like washed your pillowcase in like a good few months, bro. You should ideally be sleeping with a different pillowcase every night, right? Some people don't even do that every week. Most people just don't change their pillowcase, especially as men, bro. Like I can't even lie, as men, like most guys are just nasty, bro. Like hygiene, like bro, if you're watching this kind of content, you are honestly in like the top 10%, maybe even like top 5% of like hygiene, bro. Like the fact that you even clicked on a video on how to improve your skincare just proves, like, just shows that you're actually like interested in your hygiene, so you're probably already doing good habits. But bro, there's guys that like haven't changed their sheets in years, bro. I swear to God, you don't even like, it's crazy. But change your pillowcase at least every other day, bro. Maybe like if you're pushing it, like 2 times a week if you really can't. But bro, your pillowcase is one of the reasons why you're getting breakouts. One of the reasons why you're getting breakouts is because your pillow is just nasty. Like the amount of oil, bacteria, sweat, dust, everything that's in your pillow is coming into your skin when you sleep for 8 hours. But for 8 hours, you're rubbing your face up on a nasty, dirty surface. What do you think is going to happen? Like, it's not going to end well. So clean your pillow, get a new pillowcase basically every single like day if you can, but every other day is probably like more reasonable. And then when it comes to your pillowcase, I actually recommend going for a silk pillowcase. And if you don't have a silk pillowcase, you can actually go for a bonnet. The reason why is because a lot of guys, black men especially, bro, if you have dreads, if you have braids, or just like a hairstyle like this, it's way more prone to getting dirty, right? Especially for guys with for guys with braids and dreads. I'm talking like box braids that go out in your face, dreads that cover your face. If you're not cleaning your dreads, if you're not at least sleeping with a bonnet, all that grease from your hair that's rubbing up on your forehead, like your face, it's going in your pore, getting into my skin when I sleep. So you guys can use a bonnet or a silk pillow. The reason why silk is because it's way less likely to basically like absorb the oil, and basically like keep it all the oil and dirt in your pillow. So bonnet, absolutely goated. You're gonna want to get one of those or silk pillowcase. And then, yeah, generally just when it comes to your skin, and there's a bunch of other things I could speak about when it comes to getting glass skin. I'm talking about, your diet. I already spoke about that, but more like nutrients and vitamins. And then obviously get sunlight. Bro, at least be out in the sun 1 to 2 hours a day with sunscreen, of course, so you're not darkening those hyperpigmentation spots. But be out in the sun. That's how you guys get like that really nice glow, right? We're black, right? We are meant to be in the sun. Like, bro, our ancestors, it doesn't matter where you live right now, but our ancestors, the fact that we have melanated skin means that we were meant to be out in the sun naturally for multiple hours a day, right? More than any other race. So if you're indoors all the time, you're doing your skin a disfavor and you're doing your body a disfavor because we naturally need more sunlight. We are melanated. We're supposed to be out in the sun. Bro, go 1 to 2 hours out in the sun and you will see your skin glow from the inside out. Don't overdo it, but just go out in the sun. It's healthy for you. It's good for you to be out in the sun. And yeah, generally take care of yourself, take care of your body. It's going to show. And I promise you, if you follow this advice and you do basically what I told you, in 6 months, you will notice you will probably have glass skin. Like almost guaranteed you will have glass skin if you actually follow this stuff. You follow this routine, everything I've basically told you, your skin will glow from the inside out and you will get glass skin. By the way, this is a quick plug, but if you are serious about actually glowing up, you guys can check out the description. You can work one-to-one with me for the next 30 days. The price is going up for next month. I only want to work with 10 guys one-to-one, but what I basically do with you is I'd work one-to-one. I basically help you basically craft your dream aesthetic body from where you're at right now. I'd tell you the blueprint. I'd basically tell you this is the best hairstyle for you. This is what you can do right now to upgrade your look. This is what you're doing wrong. This is the areas you can improve in. And I basically hold your hand through the entire process, the entire 30 days to completely transform yourself, just like I did for myself. So with that being said, you can keep watching these videos, or you can check it out in the description. Like I said, the price is going up. So you can keep watching these videos for free, completely, like no pressure. Like I'm not forcing anyone to do anything. This is just for the guys that want to glow up. But you can check out the description, and yeah, I hope to see you guys there.